What's up, everyone? Welcome into Comic Book Woman, singular, because I don't know where all my girls are, presents the Covrprice Weekly Runners-Up. Hopefully somebody joins me, otherwise it's going to be a whole lot of Laura tonight. But while you all are congregating, here we go. Okay, we're back. Jen said she'll be here in just a second, and hopefully Sarah joins here soon too. But while we're waiting, shout out to our sponsors over at Covrprice. All the information you see tonight comes directly from them. So there is a little code in the description if you want to try them out for only $1. And shout out to Bird City Comics, our sponsored retailers. Same deal. If you go into the chat, there's a little code that you can apply towards most of the sales. Sometimes on pre-sales it won't work though. So keep that in mind. All right, let's see who we have in here so far. JT Key Comic, welcome in. You need gifts, goods, and books. Welcome. Derek Reborn, what's up? Jeffrey, hello, welcome. I'm guessing a lot of you just came over from the other show, so I guess we can try to dive in just with me solo. I don't know where the girls are. Yeah, okay, so give me 1 second to set up, because I'll be like multitasking here, and we'll get going. There's Jen. Thank God.
Where's
Sarah? I don't know.
Sarah?
I don't know. I'm just sitting here by myself. It was really sad.
Oops.
Grumpy G, welcome in. Oh, and shout out to our fantastic supporter, Nimesh Patel. Good evening. Now we are officially comic book women. I was saying women before.
Sarah needs the link.
What do you mean? Oh, okay. Hold on. I thought she was already in. Well, while I'm doing that, Jen, say what's good to everybody. Say what's up.
Sorry, I got home late.
No, you're fine. How was your day?
I wanted to see Daredevil. So
my bad. Sorry. My bad. Sorry.
We'll watch Daredevil after this, though. You guys can't go anywhere. We will watch it after this is over. Yeah.
I know.
We'll go fast. All right, let's just dive right in since we all want to watch Daredevil so badly. Number 20. Sarah, you want to kick it off?
Absolutely. So this one, I was actually looking up because I swear I saw Radiant Black TV show. So,
they've been showing promotion.
Yes, right? Yes, it's on Crunchyroll. I didn't know that. So cool, right? So we've got Radiant Black number 31, Marcella Costa foil 1 in 25 variant cover. This Radiant Black has quietly been putting together quite a run. It's developed a serious following, so when influence books hit the LCS, they take notice. This book marked the introduction of a new villain, Jaeger, who promises to have a heavy influence on the book moving forward. Some collectors wanted to secure the highest ratio variant possible, picking up this stellar 1 in 25 foil variant. Hey, we've tracked 9 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 50% with a high sale of $38 for a raw near mint copy and a current near mint fair market value of $30. So
well read, Sarah. Damn, that was good.
Thank you.
That was very good. Yeah, the Radiant runs, it's a really good run. I think that as a foil, this would hit so hard. This is like the perfect book to foil.
Yeah, I saw it, Sarah, like it was on Instagram. It was like an animated short, kind of bridging the gap if you haven't been reading it. Because for a while, I don't know if you guys noticed at your LCS, but there's like for a while there's two different issues for each issue, and it was each perspective.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And now they're back to having just one Radiant Black. So I kind of want to pick up the trade now.
I think a lot of people had Derek's problem where they started on the series strong, but then they slowly just like, was it delayed? Was there a delay between? Maybe that's not the right one because it's on issue 31, but I thought there was a delay like around issue 20, but I'm not positive.
Oh. It felt like it kind of dissipated for a while.
A little bit, right? But I don't remember why. Well, either way. All right, well, kicking off the list, number 20, Radiant Black, number 31, the Marcelo Costa Marcella Costo foil 1 in 25, which again, I think this would be stunning in person. So if you have it, stay with us in the chat. And thank you to our wrench. Rudy came over here too. So thank you for being here, Rudy. Let us know in the chat if you scored anything so far. I think a bunch of zeros right off the bat. Jen.
Well, that radiant. Oh, sorry.
Oh, what?
I'd say the radiant black foil, not a ton of stores got it. Like,
yeah, who's ordering 31 copies or 25 copies of it?
Yeah. But like it looks cool. I'm sure the foil price probably like in person is nice. Anyway, so yeah, Spawn.
Oh, Spawn.
Spawn. This book will routinely pop up on the list thanks to multiple factors. It's the first appearance of Spawn, but it is jumping to the point in the majority of it's jumping on point for a lot of fans. I have one, not a newsstand, but do you guys have Spawn?
Remember, we always talk about how Sarah does not.
I technically have it. It is through a brother who eventually will give it to me.
So you technically don't. Very technically, you do not have it.
I technically don't. But eventually I will.
Yeah. Okay. Do we put her on the board with that? You get a half point.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you guys watch the animated series from the 90s?
Yes,
No.
Everybody's seen it. And that's what they were talking about on the top 10. They're bringing back the series with Shirley Johnson now. So everybody's excited about that. So maybe that kind of reinvigorated this. I know this book's on here all the time for other reasons, but maybe that's part of it.
Oh, I need to watch. I was working, but I need to watch the top 10 just because I saw it.
You didn't watch my top 10?
I was working and then I had to drive home and then hurry up and get on and I was late.
Yeah, so Shirley Johnson was the girl that was killed. You guys all know that, right? So they're kind of going to bring that back in the upcoming series. So there's some popularity about that book going. Either way, Spawn's like what TiVo used to say. It's like the book that just won't go away, like herpes. Is what he would say. I know, wasn't that nice?
It is.
That one's for you, TiVo. That one's for you. He would say it all the time, and I'm like, I got nothing to that. All right, number 19, Spawn number 1, Todd McFarlane, regular. We have a 7-day growth trend of 16% with a high sale of $150 for a 9.8 and a current near mint fair market value of $28. Sarah, what do we have next?
Wow,
Another
$28. That's amazing. Well, surprise, surprise. We've talked about this one many times. This is Venom Lethal Protector, number 1, the regular cover. So yeah, Marvel and Venom are cooking with fans consistently picking up the slew of Venom books week after week. The fandom was born from somewhere, and for a large chunk that began right here. This book marked Venom's first solo outing and fit right in with the times as a foil cover, which Laura, you have the gold cover, which we're all jealous. His first appearance is out of reach for many, and this is a solid runner-up book. It also was the first appearance of General Orwell Taylor, who recently appeared in Venom 3. Have not seen it yet. Adding to the reasons why we've seen this book become a mainstay for these lists. So we've tracked 31 copies sold with a 7-day growth trend of 16%, with a high sale of $100 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint fair market value of $22, which is a steal. That's a 100% steal.
Yeah, $22 for a near mint. I mean, that blows my mind. You would think this would be going for substantially more. The foil on this looks so good. It's like one of those books, again, that was meant to be foiled. Our chat's doing well. So far, we got everybody on the board that's participating. So well done to our chat. Jen, anything to add?
It's weird to see a book in back issue bins for a really long time and then see like the roller coaster. I'm sure Venom will probably pop back up. They do a good job with, is it going to be Secret Wars? Do you think we'll see Venom in Secret Wars?
Yeah,
I think we're going to see him in Spider-Man 4.
That's possible too. Yeah, but we're talking near mint copies. If you find these in dollar bins, they're usually just beat to shit. A near mint copy for $20, like, just blows my mind. I don't know. What's up, Guy? Welcome in. Yeah, and I think Derek's right. It does pop a couple times a year. It just depends on what's going on with the the movie industry with shows, all that jazz.
Hey, can I say one thing?
Sure.
I watched the top 10. So who's your favorite comic book woman?
That's true. You watched the top 10, but Jen got here first. So I don't know. It's a toss-up.
Well, because I wanted to watch it because the number one
Sure.
pick, the number one was my pick from last week.
I brought that up. If you had been watching, you would saw that I brought that up.
And I pre-ordered 3, but they got allocated. I got 0.
Yeah, that's what they were saying in the chat, in the previous chat too. They were saying that a lot of stores just didn't get their orders. So it's like, I don't know.
Is it? You know, I don't like
Jen.
paying,
I know what you're thinking.
You know, I don't like paying a ton of money for comics, right? Like, I don't like paying a lot for a book. But do you think $50 is too much?
$50?
Do you think it'll come back down, or do you think it's just going to keep going up?
There's only 3,000 out there. So the rarity's high. And with the new title coming out, I don't know. I think you might be able to put in an offer and somebody might be like, fuck it, I'll give it to her for $35. Maybe.
I would wait for the dip and try to get it as low as possible, because I have a feeling with Thunderbolts and, now we've got Doom in the future. I think once we get closer to those
Fantastic
things.
Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four.
People's attention will go whoop, and then you can come in and swoop it up.
Right.
Okay, I'll try. Because okay, sorry. That to derail.
Oh, you're good. That was number 18, guys. If you're just hopping in, we are covering the runners up, so 20 through 12, and then we'll give you our predictions for what we think might land on the top 10 next week, which Jen just said her pick from last week was the number 1 this week. So if you guys would have been watching last week,
you would have known.
You would have known. Yeah, you would have known. All right, what do we have for number 17?
We have Moon Knight Volume 1, number 1, the series. So wait. I know you said I'm not great at reading things live. I feel like sometimes I feel like we go back into like we're at school, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Like, and then I stutter and I get weird with my reading.
Well, what do you don't even worry about the read. What do you think of this book?
I wish I had it. I have his sidekick's first appearance, and then his sidekick turns into a bad dude. I wish I had this one, but $125.
That's for a 9.6 though. A raw, if I recall, a raw near mint's going anywhere between like 30 to the read tells me raw near mint goes for $30. So I mean, it's still affordable at that near mint level.
Oh, sorry. Who said that? My brother doesn't own
My brother doesn't own it. My brother doesn't own. Somebody asked if my brother owned Venom.
They were busting our balls on the last read. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. No, he didn't own Venom, but he was more of a Carnage guy. So there's a lot of Carnage books.
Oh,
with Moon Knight though, like we know he's going to be coming back. We just don't think it's going to be in season 2, right? Isn't that kind of like the rumors going around that he'll come back in some form?
There's no indication, but I still feel like we should find that post, Sarah, of Oscar Isaac when he was in Egypt. So I want to find that post where he's like doing season 2. So
he said the words doing season 2, or did he say back to being Moon Knight? Because that's completely different contexts.
They said Moon Knight season 2, but what I've read is that a lot of projects have gotten axed. I think Okoye.
I thought Moon Knight did well.
Yeah, it did, from what I understood.
I think it did well, but I don't think it did well as kind of the new bar that's been set by watching TV shows.
Wow, I couldn't disagree with the public more on this one. I really, really liked the Moon Knight show. I dug it. Every episode was engaging. The music was great. I was excited to see the next one. So it's like
our best episode, our highest viewed episode was about the Egyptian gods.
Oh, that's true. We did a whole show on that.
Yes.
You're right. See what I mean? Though there was so much potential because they were just introducing you to these other gods and these other sides of Oscar Isaac's.
The ending was phenomenal. Like who would have seen it? Who would have saw it? Ugh. Yeah, who would have put their eyes on it. It was just a fantastic ending, but I don't
It
think
was good.
I don't like
I
when they
hope it's not true.
I don't like when they tease and then we never see it. Like kind of like when they teased the Black Knight and Blade, and we're like, oh my god, we're gonna see it, and then there's nothing. Like at the end of Eternals. Oh god.
Eventually, it has to get done. Eventually, though, right? Because they're going to run out of stuff to do. But the Moon Knight season 2 seemed like a home run to me. I thought that it was one of the highest viewed shows for episode 1 through 3. I do think that our attention spans have gone downhill, and maybe that's part of it too. We can't last through more than one season of anything. So, anyway, Moon Knight Volume 1, number 1. We have a 14 copies sold, a 7-day growth trend of 24%, with a high sale of $125 for a 9.6, and a current fair market value near mint, $30, guys. What do we have for 16? Good to see this back.
Right? Shocker. Look at it. We've got a Absolute Batman back on our list. This is Absolute Batman number 1, the Nick Dragotta regular cover. This book has finally cooled off some after dominating these lists for months. The movement has solidified and pricing has leveled out, but that hasn't stopped collectors from aiming to acquire this first issue of the hottest Batman title in years. Yeah, get the dip, right? There were a lot of apprehensions before the series debuted, but that has dissipated for the most part with each subsequent issue's release. We've tracked 19 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 7%, with a high sale of $120. Holy crap. For a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint fair market value of $31. That's still amazing. Is this going to be like book of the year, do you guys think?
Wait, that was last year.
When did it come out? Was it January?
Last year.
Last year. It doesn't feel like last year.
Was it December last year? No, wait, somebody had stuff for this in October of last year. Oh gosh, when did this book come out? It's been a while.
Last year. It was last year.
Yeah, because I remember that was in October. Wow. Oh yeah. Why does it feel like this just came out? Oh,
right.
We're gonna get Martian Manhunter and the Flash, and
the Flash is supposed to be next, I think.
Okay, so it's Flash and then Martian Manhunter. Oh, that's right. I was on FOC this past FOC.
Yeah, but that's crazy that it's been this long. I feel like I said this on the other show too, though. I don't know where January and February went at all. Like I don't understand what's happening.
No.
Everything's going so fast.
You blinked.
Yeah, this is cool. Could it have been the book from last year? Book of the year for last year? Maybe.
I mean, I think isn't Absolute taking over this year though? Like I've seen a ton of people with writing articles about the Absolute
October
DC
9th.
period being like revolutionary, and why isn't Marvel doing something similar? But I'm like, well, they are with
they're doing the Ultimates. Yeah, they have the Ultimates, which is doing fantastic as well. So I think that they are kind of on the same. You should comment, be like, hey, watch Comic Book Women. You'll learn a thing or two.
Well, I kind of want to. Sometimes I want to comment on the articles, but then they don't have comments, and I'm like,
oh, preventing the trolls, right?
oh, probably.
Usually why people turn off comments. All right. At number 16, Absolute Batman number 1, the Nick Dragotta. We have not seen this in a hot second, so I'm with Jeffrey on this. It's cool to see it pop back up. 7-day growth trend of 7%. And like Sarah said, we're looking at a 9.8 coming in at $120. Whew. What do we have for 15?
Oh, wait, did you say that it was October 9th? You want?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew it was October because I was in New York Comic Con. I was like, that was October of last year.
That's crazy. It just feels like time is just like zooming by.
Yeah.
So for this one, I like the metal version. I like the metal version better.
Okay.
Because it's metal, and that came out first. And then yes, sometimes when an image is so cool, a store goes, and then with 3 stores went in on reprinting this.
Yeah, KRS, Eastside, and Comic Mint.
It was limited to 450, which is more than the metal.
The metal was supposed to be a one-time use image, was how it was marketed. So I'm a little bit torn on this because this isn't just a store going, oh, I like this image, I'm going to use it. This is after the original image, from what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong in the
No,
chat.
no,
From what I
that's also
understand,
what
it
I've
was sold
heard.
that way.
That's also what I've
Yeah,
heard.
100,
But
and it
imagine
will
like
be reprinted.
you're all excited and jazzed because like I've been on
Yeah.
eBay before. When you really want to find something, you find something, and before you read the whole description, like a noob, yeah, just hit buy, and then you get it in the mail, and you're like, and then you go back to like, wait, I'm gonna read. Oh, I didn't read the description. Like I thought
What
this
part of the
was.
description?
Yeah.
What are you saying? What part would you have missed?
Well, for this one, I would probably like if I really wanted it, and I saw it for under 100, which is what like is it KeenSpot
Mm-hmm.
that has this? So KeenSpot had it on their website for $100. Like you could buy it for
Mm-hmm.
100.
Yeah.
And if I saw it for under 100 or around 100, I might get excited and just buy it. And then you get it and you're like, oh, it's not the metal, it's the virgin. I mean, it's still a cool image. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. I
Yes,
yeah.
Brandon, don't buy without reading the description. But I think we've all done it once.
I think we've all done that. All at one time we've got all excited and paid something and then got it and we're like, oh no. I paid money for this.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I think the image is amazing. I kind of feel bad for the people that thought that they were getting.
Yeah.
But maybe they just
something.
want the image. Maybe they just want the image. And then they're like, okay, well, this is just the going rate. But
what ended up happening was that these ended up selling for more than the one that they originally bought. So it kind of like, I don't know, it kind of just seems the whole thing was off. I had people messaging like, do you know about this? I love that people out there, by the way, assume that I have anything to do with these other stores. I get all these angry messages. They're like, why did you guys reprint this? I'm like, this isn't us, guys. Like, I have
Wait.
nothing to do with this.
Hang on, Brandon. Young
What?
Jennifer Courtney. Young Jennifer. Young. It happened. I was very upset. I was going to write them very angrily. And then before I did it, I read the description and I was like, oh. And I felt sick. And I'm like, okay, I could return this, but it's my bad. I'll just sit with this. And it'll be a life lesson that I try to spread so no one else does it.
Okay. Let's just do this really quickly. Horror stories from eBay. I thought I was buying a comic book. It was like this old country comic book. I don't forget the name of it, but it was on the Shakers list a while back. And so I went on to eBay because I liked the cover art. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I found it for like super cheap. And then I get it. And it was actually a CD audio of the comic book. So I was like, what the hell is this? And I went back on it. I'm like, I'm an idiot. I totally did not read it. I thought it was the comic because he used the comic image for his advertisement, but it was the CD audio of it, which I listened to, and it was still entertaining. So
I have a story for you guys. So my dad is a big time card collector, football card collector. He's been buying cards since he was, a teenager, which my dad's like, sorry, Dad, 73. But
ooh.
So he bought this, I think it was a Brett Favre card. And I think he bought it for 99 cents. And he got it. And it was a print off that was cut and then put on a piece of cardboard.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen with Pokemon cards. People do that with Pokemon cards. Ugh. Okay, we could do a whole show on horror stories, though, guys. So I guess the point is just be aware what you're buying. But at number 15, we have the Mark Spears Monsters. Number 3. What do we have next? More Mark
Spears. Hey, look at this. We've got Mark Spears again. This is Gunslinger Spawn number 18. This is his cover. It's the name you've been seeing everywhere. Mark Spears. He's been killing it, obviously. This book was a major driving factor as fans got a peek at his style for this cover of Gunslinger Spawn. I love that it's his classic blue cover. It was a preview of what was to come with his style lending itself to the horror genre as well. His popularity obviously has risen, so we have sales for this book as fans backtrack to add it to their collection. We've tracked 9 copies sold with a 7-day growth trend of 5%, a high sale of $25 for a raw near mint copy, and a current raw near mint fair market value of $19. Another steal.
This is gnarly. There's no other way to describe this cover. Everything about it I just love. It's so, the eyes are creepy, the teeth are creepy, the cat, everything.
The nails, the hand.
Right?
It's fantastic. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna reach out to Mark and be like, can I get this as a metal virgin?
You could do it. You could.
And then you say, can you include that shark cover that you did too?
No, I think I think most artists are kind of like wanting a little bit more, I don't know, I want to say regulation, but they want the collectors happy. I think that's what it always comes down to. They want people to keep buying their stuff and for everybody to be happy. And this one, if you own this, you are going to be very happy when you get this in hand because it's so cool. Oh, the cat. Ugh. We're fangirling. Mark, if you're watching, we are fangirling over you. Sorry.
Right?
Number 14, Gunslinger Spawn. Number 18. This one we already gave you the stats. Fair market value of $19. I think that's a great way to spend $20. All right. Speaking of what we all will be doing immediately after we get off. Jen?
Yes. Daredevil 227. It's really eating at me that it's already live.
I know.
But I don't think Britt finished watching Daredevil. Do I have to? Well, because
Jen, it's on right now. Just kidding.
I know it is. No, I know. But like usually, like you prep the people that you are watching it with, and I feel like you have to have watched all seasons of Daredevil and probably Defenders.
I don't think so. I think with this one, you'd be kind of like be able to jump in point because it's the way the story from what I haven't seen yet. The way that they're saying the original story is going to be starting off. You can't be able to jump in and get to know the characters without having any homework. I'll just say it that way.
The rabbit in the snowstorm. It's such a cool painting. Anyway,
yeah, I'm so excited about this. I think Muse is a fantastic villain. I can't wait to see the take they take on this. The trailer alone I thought was fantastic. This one in particular, though, guys, is a Mark Jeweler variant. So keep that in mind when you're looking at the screen.
Ooh. By the way, 2 episodes we get. One is an hour called Heaven's Half Hour. Episode number 2 is Optics, and that is 50 minutes.
That's pretty decent.
So 2 hours ahead of us. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah. How many episodes total?
That's a good question. They've been going like 6 to 9 episodes. Let's see.
Do you guys check that before you watch a show so you can like know when you have to like really slow down your watching before you're disappointed?
Well,
yeah.
Britt and I have done that before where you like next one and then it's like, wait, that's it? I gotta wait how long? Yeah. But yeah. I just started watching Yellow Jackets.
We will talk after the show. I cannot believe you haven't seen Yellow Jackets. Ellie and I are obsessed. It's ugh. But the problem with like looking at how many episodes there are is sometimes I feel like that stupid thumbnail for the next episode gives it away. And so I'll have Anthony up like, hey, can you just go check real quick and see how many are in there? But anyway, number 13, Daredevil, volume number 1, 200 or number 227. We got a 7-day growth trend of 17% with a high sale of $200 for a 9.8. Again, this is the Mark Jewelers variant and a current near mint fair market value of $18.
Again, I'm surprised. What?
9 episodes we're looking at.
Okay.
9. Okay.
I'm surprised on what didn't, because I checked real quick, that didn't make either list, was that Daredevil Netflix homage Charlie Cox. You know what I'm talking about? That one that everyone really wanted?
The one that everybody wanted, Netflix Charlie
Cox. There's a cover that like...
Did we talk about it in our Daredevil episode?
Yes. We definitely did.
Well, then I'll just have to rewatch it.
Yeah. Dang. Want me to pull it up while Sarah's going, Jen? Because I know it's going to bug you. I'll pull it up.
It's going to bug me.
Sarah, go ahead while I pull this up.
Absolutely. So, hey, looky. We got Hulk, number 1, the Ed McGuinness regular cover. We've seen this before. Red Hulk. Fans are still seeing Captain America Brave New World. Most are walking away from it, having enjoyed Harrison's Ford turn as Red Hulk. The conversation has shifted, however, to how they will utilize the character in the future. Will we see him in Thunderbolts? Will we see him, maybe Fantastic Four? Who knows? So Sediment is optimistic, and fans have been steadily picking up this book. And I got thing covered up. And first appearance of Red Hulk, as the outlook appears hopeful. He will return. We will track 23 copies sold at a 7-day growth trend of 11%, with a high sale of $213 for a CGC 9.8 copy and a current near mint fair market value of $50. Very cool. Love this cover.
I like he's not in the book.
Right.
That kind of annoys me, but I do think that it's become that iconic image that everybody thinks of with Red Hulk. Jen, is this the book you want to tell everybody about?
Yes, it's awesome. I regret not getting it when it was at a lower cost.
Yeah, right now it looks like it's going for $185 in like a really good condition. A low grade you can get for about $20.
Although I almost bought it one time and it was a print or a poster, and I was like, description is important.
Yes. So there, that would have kept Jen awake at night if we did not put that comic up. So now you guys know that you can hunt for that one as well. I agree with her. I think that is a good one that people should have been looking at. Maybe they will now. In regards to this one, cool.
I have it in low grade because I thought it looked cool, and it was only $1, so why not?
Only $1. Nice. I sold this on our comic book women auction.
I like some of the ratios for this though. I think the one for 25 looks really neat.
Yeah, I agree. I'm trying to think if there's a better cover for Hulk.
For Red Hulk or just Hulk?
For Red Hulk. Sorry, for Red Hulk.
Didn't that one of your favorite artists, Laura? Didn't he do a Red Hulk cover? Can't think of his name. He did Fathom. Why is it escaping me at this moment?
Turner?
Yeah, Michael Turner. Didn't he do?
I don't recall him doing a Hulk. I know he did Flash.
I thought maybe he did a Hulk.
Maybe. If he did, I don't have it and I want it. Let me look it up because now I'm pulling a Jen. I need to know. Does he have one?
Or maybe I'm just making it up.
Jeffrey, I agree that Daredevil
would
be great to get those two people to sign.
Hold on. I don't know if this is an actual. I think this might just be art. Do you guys want to see something awesome?
Yeah.
Turner did Hulk. Which Brandon, check this out. I don't know if I'm sharing the right thing, but look at this. How cool is that? I can't scroll because it won't let me.
Wait.
But that gives you the idea.
Can you write his estate and get it turned into a cover?
Well, hold on. Brandon's saying he did issue 7. All right, you guys keep talking. I gotta find those. Red Hulk 7.
I was gonna say, I think it was cool that they picked Harrison Ford as Ross, and especially
Red Hulk, though. It's Green Hulk. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. No.
Harrison Ford did a fantastic job. He really did. Which I was hesitant about him. I wasn't sure.
Wait, he said 6.
Killing me, Brandon. All right, hold on. Number 6.
I still need to see this movie.
Dude, that was number 6, the one that I had pulled up.
Haha.
Hey. I love it when I accidentally do things right. That was number 6. I'll share it with you guys. Present. I have to remove. Oh, wait. Is that the same? No, that's not the right screen. Anyway, I'll get to it. I swear I've done this before. There.
Oh, okay, cool. How much is it?
$10.
Holy crap. Buy it. Buy it now.
So that Virgin image I showed you,
yes,
I wonder if that was actually a book.
Spin.
All right, anyway. We'll get back to that later. This is the after the show stops, what the girls and I do. We sit backstage and look for stuff. So Anyway, that was number 12. So that was it for us on our runners up. But let's dive into what our comic book women team pick was. And I will let Sarah take the lead because technically this was Sarah's pick. And Jen and I said, me too.
Right?
I don't want to say me too. Us also. Better than me too.
So you just want to take my glory. I understand. I know how to pick covers, right? I just got that.
There's no beating this, Sarah.
I know. This was crazy. So this is Jim Henson's Labyrinth issue number 6. This is the Raza cover. This is 1 in 25. When I looked at it, I was like, how could this be a drawing? I mean, it's picture perfect. This would be what Laura, her catchphrase is evergreen. This is pure evergreen. I am putting this in as cover of the year for 2025.
Yeah.
Cool. This early. We're only in March, kid. Damn.
I did such a good. Even Britt was like, "Wow, look at the lighting. Look at the hair."
Yes. The fact that, I mean, the lighting, that you just see the shape of his skull or his scalp with, the hair just kind of translucent, and just well done, Raza.
It's really good looking in person too.
Is it? Have you seen it?
Yeah, our store got one. And so that's actually what I was looking at before I left work, was this. But it's going for way over ratio just because not a ton of stores ordered 25 copies. I think this is issue 6. So not a ton of people have it. And oh man, I hope they redo this. Oh God, it's so good. It's so good looking.
Right? It's awe-inspiring. It's gorgeous. I think, yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this does on the aftermarket next week. I would say if anything shows up on the top 10, this has the potential to do it, just because people are going to get this in hand and be like, holy hell.
But there's not a ton of, that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be such a low, I think this is going to become the Ghost. That you have ordered 25 copies of the Labyrinth number 6.
Right.
We ordered up to get one. I just, it's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah, the light specks around the hair. Everything about this is it's just flawless. And people in the chat, I hear what you're saying. It does feel like Raza kind of just he was hitting really, really hard for a while and it kind of dissipated. So maybe this is
was hitting hard.
Yes.
It's hitting hard. Maybe this is
a
comeback. Right?
This is a wrecking ball.
Okay.
Cover
Are there any on eBay? Hold on, I'm doing it again. Raza.
Discuss amongst yourselves.
If you look up because technically it's Jim Henson's Labyrinth number 6, but if you just do Labyrinth number 6 Raza, or just do
okay, there's one right here, pre-sale, $170.
Dang.
I'm telling you.
Let me see if anything's sold yet. Hold on, because maybe that's just somebody being really wishful.
Actually, if you go to there's been 3 or 4 that have sold.
So this one's 101, but it's struck out. But it was also $20 delivery from the UK.
Ugh, no, thank you.
So I don't know.
There's some people who pre-ordered this that got it for $50, right? So some people pay double ratio like a month ago. So I think those people, good job for you for prepaying $50 because
it's not hand drawn. Well, he does digital, but he doesn't use AI as far as I know.
No, he doesn't. We actually did a Raza show.
We did. I remember that.
Do we have
he's
a link?
The master of light is what we were calling him, that he's just masterful when it comes to drawing light. And this is proof of that. It illustrates it perfectly.
Yes.
Do we have a link to put in the chat from our Raza episode?
Yeah, I can look for it. Hold on. Well, you guys have to keep talking to them on the next one. Well, anyway, this is our comic book women team pick. I'll put the link in the chat for our Raza show once I find it. But in the meantime, Jen, kick us off on this slide since you're making me work.
Okay, I'm sorry. So this is something we like to do at the end of the show because this is pre-sales for tomorrow. So this is the highest. If you go to new releases in Covrprice and you go to the toggle you can toggle to the highest. So we have the Star Wars Jedi Knights, the Torrin Clark 1 in 100, and it's going for double ratio because it's a 1 in 100. And then you have the Marvel and Disney's What If, Mickey and Friends. That's what the 1 in 100 is going for 109, so it's at ratio. And then Doctor Strange of Asgard, the Clayton Crane 1 in 100, it's going for ratio. And then you have the Raza we were just talking about. It's going for 67, but it's because it's an average of like the 3 or 4 sales that have already happened. And then you have Jenny Friesen, Poison Ivy 31, the 1 in 50, and that's going for ratio, like $10 more in ratio. And then the Lucio Perillo Vampirella 675, the Virgin 1 in 130. Oh, shoot, 130.
What's happening on that cover?
She's biting her, and she's bleeding. And there's so many different covers. And there's a blind bag Lucio Perillo nude one where you see nip, and that I don't know what's going on, but like our store didn't get any. And so all of the Lucio Perillo Vampirella 675 are going for double ratio. Like I can't find places that have it for ratio.
Weird. I'll have to see if we do.
The blind bag?
I can't find the stupid Raza. Our way of searching for shows is very complicated. I cannot find this anywhere. You guys have to find it on your own. I'll have to see if we have it. Maybe we do, because we do order Vamp.
But the Lucio Perillo one, like, it is. He did a good job. It is both. Like, you know, she's draining her, so it's like it's horror, but it's also kind of sexy.
What's going on in the background?
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to tell like what's happening here, but how can they do a top? They've never done a top.
She's biting, and then the blood's coming down and then covering the neck.
Oh, so that's her neck, but then she has wings coming out. Is it wings coming out of her back?
Yeah, what's going on in the background?
It's a vampire. I don't know. Vampires have weird stuff.
Yeah, she's extra limbs. I think we already know what our answer here is going to be. Mine's obviously to be the Raza.
And then followed closely by Jedi Knights. Or Lucy Perillo.
The title's good, but the cover's not like blowing me away.
I just don't. There's not going to be very many of like, if wait. So who's the publisher for Jim Henson? Is it Boom IDW?
I think it's Boom.
I think it's Boom too.
Yeah.
Dark Horse.
No, I think it's.
I'm sure in the chat who did that awesome. It was that really cool Labyrinth cover with the girl on it.
Yeah, that was like 4 or 5, right? Issue 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's Boom.
It's Boom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If someone can find out from Boom how many of this awesome Raza cover exist, just because I don't think it's going to be like 1,000 or even 500. I think it's going to be under that.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's so hard to say. I don't even know if the publisher would know at this point. Maybe.
Do you think this will become a retailer exclusive foil?
Boom doesn't typically let you do that. They work a little bit different. So I don't see that happening. If anything, I could see Boom reprinting it maybe later down the road as like a 1 in 50 foil for a different issue. That's happened before, but they would probably keep it for themselves, not for an exclusive for a store.
Oh, you need gifts and goods and books. So this is like, as of right now, if you go to new releases, this isn't like a thing that we pick. Like this is what pre-sales, the top highest dollar pre-sales. So it's not like what, like we don't curate. How do you say it? Curate. Yeah, curate? We don't. Yeah, this is just.
Yeah, we do. We're influencers. How many of our books have been on the top 10?
Like 1. I think maybe 2, and we've been doing this for 6 years. We're influencing you on what not to buy because, like, we very rarely, I think, make the top 10. Makes me question everything.
Wait, didn't we have
Okay.
2? Didn't we have 2? Because Jen did the Naruto Turtles.
Yeah, but that one, I don't know how I feel about that one. I think that was kind of a fluke.
It's Naruto.
That one, I know, but for what it was going for and stuff like that was like a one-off sale. Because you have to remember the top 10's looking at like
No, but the top 10 also, it was a volume. It was also volume. And
there
it
were,
went
like,
second.
4
It went to second
copies
print.
sold.
It went to second print.
Midtown, you can put it on your wish list. The cover D wish listed. Okay. Anyway, I'm shopping when I'm supposed to be posting. That was it for us tonight, guys. Hopefully you had fun. And yeah, thank you for hanging in with me at the beginning there while we were getting everybody together. Make sure you check out Covrprice. They're just a force to be reckoned with. You want to give their platform a try and see all the really cool, useful information that you can have there, not just as a seller, but as a buyer, as a collector. There's so much. It's a gold mine there. So check it out. Use the code there. Makes us look good. Covrprice is like, oh my gosh, these girls are just so great for our business. Use code Nirvana14 for 30 days for $1. And Bird City Comics, we do have a couple more launches here the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned to our IG. That's the best way to stay up to date with us.
Are you going to do fancy cover? Probably not.
Probably not.
Oh, dang it. Are you going to do, what's coming up? Are you going to do any of the absolutes?
I don't know. DC is expensive. It's so expensive. And even when you're like, oh, this is like a home run, it's still really expensive. So probably not.
So indies? Are you going to do the...
That's why we do a lot of indie. Like, it's just not so much of an investment right up front, you know?
What's the Patrick's doing a new one from Deep Beneath the Trees? He's doing that free for all?
He's doing that same series again, I thought.
No, the free for all or free... Oh, shnikes. It was just on FOC.
So no. If it's on FOC, then we already missed it.
Oh, gotcha.
We're doing some stuff with Keen Spot, obviously. We have some stuff coming up with Mad Cave and a couple books with Image. We don't have any IDW on the way, I don't think.
No turtles?
No, turtles
no Star Trek?
Hard.
No Star Trek?
Mm-mm.
You do any Star Wars?
All right, Jen. Not gonna do
any
it.
Star Wars?
Star Wars, no. I think it's like 1,000 minimum on those, and we got to be strategic. Like the exclusive game, I've told you guys this. We should probably not be live during this conversation. It's a Shark Tank, so like we have to be very selective of which books we do because if you do have 4 or 5 bad projects, it could just tank you.
Okay, but what if you did? Because I understand that you said that Marvel is more, right?
Marvel and DC are more,
but Star Trek or Star Wars is also over at Dark Horse, right? They had the Bad Batch out, but that'd been a cool one. Like, is Dark Horse in that indie cheaper realm?
Yeah, we'll talk. Guys, we'll see you later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Maybe we should start like a little membership only and they can hang out for the after show. But until then, please give the show a thumbs up. Sarah, any last words?
I'm sorry I'm late or was late.
That's okay.
It won't happen again. I'm glad you all could come and hang out with us. R.I.P. I think George Lowe, he was the voice of Space Ghost. And I was going to say something else, but yeah, again, thank you all for coming and coming and talking to us. We love talking nerdy stuff. So again, we always have a show on Thursday with Long Story Short. Saturday, the guys from Team Nerd Herd talk about toys and figurines. Monday is them talking covers for cover lovers. And then we're back on Tuesday with the runners up list. And tell us, and we'll tell you all the books that you should buy because we're influencers.
No. On that lovely note, Jen, anything left?
Sorry, that was running late. It was a stupid book. It was Bowie. I just kept looking at. I'm like, this is such a cool cover.
Oh, it is good. Hopefully, somebody out there scores that. Right? I think that's the first time we've ever had like a team pick.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had a team pick before. And Britt loved it. Britt was like, "This is awesome. Are you going to get it?" And I'm like,
So our full crew, including the behind the stage people, love this book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well done.
Awesome. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you next week. Oh, wait, hold on real quick. Do you guys remember this?
Vision.
I kind of want to play that now. All right, bye guys.